That's a cold open. Oh man. Okay, let's get it. Shoot. KDB, I guess we'll just start. Rip the band-aid open, even though it's been almost half a week, so we're fine. I think. I mean, we'll see. KDB announced he was leaving Manchester City after the season. Will he stay for the World Cup? Probably not, but who knows? Anything's possible. He was sent to get all the love from his teammates, fan base, everywhere, and everyone, because he's the king like that. But what I think is interesting and what I want to get to is the fact that the next day, Pep in the embargo interview dropped and he told everybody, well, we just decided not to basically re-sign him or even offer it to him for him to like turn down. We're just what is it when you equally leave a relationship,
Conscious
that phrasing that they
uncoupling.
use. uh
Mutually part ways.
no, conscious uncoupling, or yeah, that, sorry, that the modern. I appreciate we got both of you are correct. That's basically it though. And the vibes completely changed. It kind of got a little nasty after that. And it's weird how 24 hours it can be all love, and the other way they're just everybody's pointing fingers at everybody. It's because Katie's too old, Pep is stupid, this is Gundo all over again. Why would they not re-sign him? He's a legend. It was just everybody was yelling everywhere. It was kind of a lot. Uh, but I do care about your opinions. I just didn't go on social media for the rest of the day. My show bros, how do you feel after all of the information with KDB? I mean, we can, like, you can even obviously fit in his performance because I mean the match is what it is, but I'm sure that has also maybe shaped a few of your thoughts because I don't want to ask you how did you feel damn near a week ago. How do you feel now about the current KDB situation? Tom, I'm gonna start
I
with you.
mean, his statue's still gonna be outside the Etihad. Like that. I mean, like it doesn't matter.
Well, his greatness for sure, but I mean the situation. Like, do you think we should resign him, or do you think uh, the Pep and them are making a mistake?
Oh, I mean,
Is this, yeah, basically.
I mean, Charlie has been beating the drum like millennials out. Like and and there's nothing necessarily wrong with that. I don't hate it. Um, he probably needs to go. Um, and I thank him for his time at the club. He is an absolute legend. Um, and w- yes, I could see him feeling some sort of way about um, the embargo interview and what Pep said in it. Um, and I still think he's a professional athlete and probably is really good at compartmentalizing, because most professional athletes are. So yeah. Is it weird? Absolutely. Have other clubs and players gone through this? Absolutely. Have we gone through this with other players it, during Pep's era? Absolutely. So this isn't anything necessarily new. It's just it is what it is.
For me, I think the word amicable comes to mind, right? It's something where there's no discontent in the squad or in the club. Because if you think about how this could have gone, it could have been drawn out past the season, into the summer, up into the deadline, almost like a transfer day deal, right? It's like, oh my God, is he coming? Is he not? And we're just stressed the whole run in now. This is like a cloud over the team, right? It also on the positive side could have went like, oh, we re-signed him early, and now people are like, wait, why are we keeping him? Why is he still there? He's going to be 34 in June. Yada, yada. So I think, like, honestly, based on performance, based on injury history, based on current, position in the club, and where we are on the table, like what we have to do in these this last month and a half, this was the best decision. And the great thing about leadership that's done right is you can make those hard choices even when they aren't easy. I mean, even when they aren't like likable, right? I think about being a teacher in my class, right? I don't want to tell kids to be quiet, but you can't focus when you're talking. If the whole class is talking, we're not focusing. So as a leader of a club, sometimes I got to tell the best people who have been the best in our history, your time is done here. And so they showed respect by letting him post it first, I think, versus the club statement, right? You let him get it out there. And then Pep just put it out there like, yeah, this is how it actually went down, because we don't want to disrespect the club legend, and we want to show people that we know what we have to do. We're going to right our wrongs. Terry, how you feel, bro?
When you were talking, Crunk, you said some people said it's a Gundo repeat, and it very much does feel like a Gundo repeat to me. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's only an issue if you fail to bring in the replacement. Not just a replacement, but a top quality replacement. The issue, when we were having the Gundo discussion, we were talking about maybe a Jude Bellingham. We were talking about a Declan Rice. We were talking about that level of player to come in and replace. And I said at the time, owning my statements, that I don't want Gundo, who is on his last legs, to stand in the way of the club progressing and bringing in and being able to get top quality player in. And so it would be hypocritical or intellectually dishonest of me to say that I don't feel the same way now, right? Now, I mean, I
Nothing
guess I could have
but
changed. I could have a change.
consistency.
I could have a change of opinion,
I love
but
it.
I think it still stays the same. That if we are going to go out and bring in a top quality Verts type player to come in and replace feels wrong, but to fill the gap that will be left by KDB exit, then I think it's the right decision. If, on the other hand, KDB walks away and we don't bring in somebody that's at that level, we're gonna look back and be like, oh dang, we should have just kept him for one more year, because he's gonna go off and he's gonna because he still has the creative ability. He
Yeah.
doesn't have the legs like whatever, but he has the creative ability. He's gonna go somewhere, he's gonna do well, and we're gonna be like, oh, we should have kept him. But that only happens if we don't get the right person to come in and fill his shoes. So I think it's the right choice. It is a difficult thing to see, but like you said, we've gone through it with all of these other players. That there was a post on social media that listed out all of the players that have walked away, and in many cases it was like one year after another. Sergio, David Silva. Then you can go into Sterling's and Riad's and all of those players, the Fernandinhos that have walked away, all within the last, say, 5 years, 5 to 7 years, right? So um the good thing about having legends is you get to be, for us who have come to the club relatively lately, we got to see all of these legends. The difficult part is we also had to feel the pain of them walking away. But I'll take it because I got a chance to see it. So
I love it. Hey. And NYCFC, it sounds
Oh,
like possibly.
okay. So,
maybe, but I heard San Diego.
well,
Now
so
they talking
okay.
about
So,
Miami.
so for the
Oh
And
yeah,
Go
the
ahead,
Cincinnati.
Tom. Go
Miami
ahead, Tom.
the
Miami is
for
insane.
the
Forgot about
uninitiated,
that.
um, MLS has what they call discovery rights, and so that means that a club can put in for, oh, I have discovered this international player, and once they become available, and because when they come to our league, come to this league, because it is a single entity league, it is not individual clubs. It is just like everybody gets paid. Their paychecks all say MLS. It don't say like FC Dallas or NYCFC or Inter. Everybody's paychecks say Major League Soccer. So um, basically, by Inter Miami is the club that holds Kevin De Bruyne's discovery rights. So the amount of Garber bucks that any club is going to have to pay Inter Miami in order to buy his discovery rights, out of control. Just
Hey, have you heard of this player called
Yeah.
Kevin De Bruyne? He's pretty good at
Same thing
football.
Christopher
I think.
Columbus said. There was people already
correct.
here, but I discovered it.
Correct.
I don't know who these people are,
I appreciate that a lot.
but I discovered it.
That really touched my heart, Tarik.
I was
love
gonna
it.
I was gonna
mean,
leave it
I
for
would
you,
pay
but I
money
didn't
for
know.
that. Nah, I wasn't gonna get there. I was gonna say I'll pay the money, bro. Give me Messi and KDB for one time.
But they
Like,
already have.
come to
It sounds
DC.
like they've already paid the money to get the.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
the
I
oh
would
yeah,
personally pay the money.
yeah.
I don't go to MLS games. I don't believe in it. And if you give
I would be
me
more inclined to go see this.
Messi,
Yeah,
Suarez, and Kevin De Bruyne for one Christmas birthday present,
at the
35th
fire.
birthday extravaganza, I want that. Yes.
If KDB comes to the league, I have to go see him in person for whatever team he shows up for.
Yeah.
Now I'll probably go. Well, if he goes to Miami, it doesn't matter where he plays.
That's
You
so
know,
silly.
it's the tickets are going to be $1 million anyway.
Yeah.
But if I can catch him in Chicago, who's crap, so and they're at Soldier Field, so they got 1.5 million seats. I should be able to get in for okay money.
Yeah, that they're the Inter Miami versus Chicago Fire match. They are selling like second and third floor seatings, and those are on sale. I think they're like 60, 50, and 70 or something like that. Yeah, 50 and 70. Obviously, the closer you get that's when you get the
Of course.
hunt. Yeah, but you can see it for pretty affordable, especially compared to if he goes to NYCFC, especially in Yankee Stadium. That's where they play, right?
play.
They have their own
This
spot.
is their last. Supposed to be
still
their
at
last
Yankee
season in Yankee Stadium, and then they're going to open up that stadium in Queens.
Right. Yeah. Let's go. Okay. All right. Let's move on. Let's get into it. Don't do it. Hey, and welcome to episode 135 of Shades of Blue. We are the most comprehensive show about Manchester City, covering both the men's and women's games, spanning both sides of the Mason-Dixon line. We're making art over here. Capitalize the A. I am CrunkChocolate, and I'm here with my show bros. Hey, Thom, Sharpie, Charlie, Tarik. So,
What's good, man?
It was so abrupt. You're like, what's up? Caught me off guard. I'm great, man. It's a beautiful Wednesday. 2 days away from spring break.
Y'all,
Life is good. How you doing,
I'm
Thom?
very tired. First of all, I only stayed up for the first half of the U.S. Women's National Team match because I was like, at this point, I have to just get in the bed. But then I was like, oh, I'm too wound up. Like, let me watch something, and I ended up watching The Last of Us, and then I ended up having zombie-related nightmares all night. So I think I'm running off like 3 hours of sleep right now. So it's just like a lesson to make sure that you think about the things that you watch before you go to sleep. Yeah.
Rookie move. Yeah, yeah, man. It's the weather
Yeah.
gets
How
starting
are
to
you,
get.
Crump? How are you?
Yeah, real good. I'm in my most festive. The playoffs are getting here, so I'm wearing my.
Oh, your
This
Celtics
is
hat.
Celtics. Go
Well,
Seas.
like
Yes, it's very
in one of the
warm
group
because it's
chats,
swing.
Crunk showed us a 18 pack of Heineken, some soju, and some plants from the earth. So this recording will be interesting for sure.
Why are you telling? Why are you telling?
That's a party. That's a whole party.
I don't know what soju is though. I just saw it in the chat and I was like, "That's interesting. I'll
I've
try
never
it."
had it, so you'll have to let me know how it is.
And it's whatever. I don't know what it is. Yeah, I will let you know what it's like. I mean, it just tastes very basic. My internet geeked out right now. So I apologize for that. Before we get to anything else at all, what I need you to do right now is like the video if you're watching on YouTube. Hit that thumbs up. Show us some love. Leave a comment with something that you have thought. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Good Pods, or any podcast streaming service that allows you to rate, we need that 5-star rating immediately, please and thank you. Patreon. We've had some amazing conversations, some great guests. Anthony DeChico, Joe Bray. Shout out to Joe Walker. He joined me for Breaking Bread, the match preview against Crystal Palace. He is the creator of he's a part of, I don't want to minimize whatever, I don't know what he's about. He's a part of 5-Year Plan. It is a fanzine that has switched to a podcast. They are doing great things about Crystal Palace. He goes to most of the games. It was a really good conversation. It's a Manchester United News own Joe Bray, Anthony DeChico. Fantastic conversation. If you don't know who his dad is, he was the manager of the U.S. women's national team in the 94-99 World Cup, where, I mean, you should probably know about that. Great conversation about the sport, how it's grown, his experience, how his dad got into all of it in the first place. If you, I don't know if you've seen some of the clips, he was very honest, but he just has a very nice way of saying it. Like, it's very delicate. He is a soccer coach himself, so I feel like the way he gives it's firm, but it's nice. That was a good
He
episode.
gave the
Let's see,
nicest
we
player
got
evaluation on Blue Sky of a U.S. women's national team midfielder that perhaps should not be a U.S. women's national team midfielder for a variety of reasons. Um, and it was just very refreshing that he just spoke what he saw.
yes. Yeah, I can't wait to have him back on. And I hope everybody on Patreon enjoys. Thom Harrison, he's been stepping. I appreciate you, Tarik. You were the one who pointed out once upon a time when he messaged about wanting to go on podcast. You asked him if he wanted to come on. Thom Harrison on Blue Sky. So that was a real good conversation about City and his thoughts on everything. He's been killing it on 93.20 when he goes on there.
I didn't even remember that until you said it. I had to think about it. What did I do?
Look at you.
I'm just trying to get any and everybody on the podcast. Come on, jump on. Let's talk.
Please come. Yes. It's a conversations, friends, Shady Gang. We always are welcoming more members into Shady Gang. But shoot, I've just been stalling for one of the. I mean, Leicester City, it all happened. Like, there's no need to deep dive any of this. It was a 2-0 win against a relegation side. Numbers kind of tell it all. Starting 11, Ederson in goal, Nunes, Diaz, Vardiol, O'Reilly, Gonzalez, Gundo, and Grealish returned to the midfield. Spice Brothers, Doku Savio on the wings, Marmouche up top. There was a second minute goal. Doku, he intercepts the ball, runs it up the pitch, lays it off to Savio. You think it goes too far, but he saves it, lays it off to Grealish through like 3 or 4 Leicester City players. And my first thought was, that's why y'all are getting relegated. Very nice goal, either way. 29th minute goal from Marmoush. Cleanup duty for Marmoush. Diaz did a dink to O'Reilly. The flight of the ball was weird, giving the keeper a chance for the ball. He fluffs the catch. Then there's Marmoush. The match was in control. Pep put the kids on. 78th minute for McAtee for Doku. Oscar, Bob. He came on to a rousing ovation from a home crowd in the 85th minute for Savio, Lewis, and Hayes came on for Vardiol and Gundo in the 90th minute. 72% possession. Leicester City only had 0.07 XG, almost 500 more passes than the opponent, 46 touches in the opposition box, nothing but green for player ratings on FootMob. I mean, obviously we have the derby to look back on and everything, but how were we feeling after that match, if you can remember that far away? Were we happy? I kind of summed it up. So what are our final thoughts on that match and player performances and etc.?
I think for me, my thought was just, job done. We got the 3 points that we needed. But if you ask me about performance, it was great to get an early, really early goal, kind of early 2 goals. But then it kind of got dead for a minute. So I just feel like, hey, this is a team that we should be running the score up against. But again, that's not easy, no matter who it is. I mean, those are still professional players on the other side. So, it's not easy, but that's what I would have hoped for going into the match, that we, kind of give them a beat down to say, hey, we're still here. But didn't happen. So it's a little disappointing from that standpoint. But all in all, get the 3 points and move on.
I think my thought was like, yeah, when you score in the second minute, like, and you're at home and a team that's gonna go back to the championship, um, you're expecting like, okay, we're gonna run it up, and the fact that we didn't, and the fact that we didn't get any breaks in results, like nothing, none of the other results for that particular match day really broke our way necessarily. Like Nottingham Forest won, uh, Arsenal won, Liverpool won, Newcastle won. Like, um, there wasn't really um, anything that like was gonna set you ahead necessarily. Oh, and then Chelsea won the next day, so it was like, okay, we did what we were supposed to do, but it wasn't a necessarily exciting match, and we didn't gain any ground. So it was like you just stayed pat. It was like, okay, I guess like we did what we were supposed to do, but still doesn't feel great.
So here's the thing, y'all. I feel like everybody forgets the perspective of what happened in the fall when we had a bunch of matches where we should have done what we were supposed to do, and we didn't do it. We actually lost a bunch of those matches. So I was just happy, overjoyed, full of joy that we took care of business. And it starts with the lineup, right? Like it was the perfect mix for me. There's one millennial and a bunch of young players around it, and that seriously is the recipe. One vet on the pitch, and let everybody else be more exciting, more explosive, all those things. Starting Nico O'Reilly was a big shot, but he deserved it after the FA Cup match. So like that felt good. So from the beginning, I was happy. And if you notice, Leicester, they switched their tactics. Earlier, they were trying to play with us, which is how we scored so early twice. Then after halftime, they shut it down. Like they were like, we're done getting embarrassed. We're not losing 4-5-6-0. So it actually like it made sense why the other goals didn't come. We had some chances, some near chances, but like Leicester dropped back into 2 banks of 4. I think even a 5-4-1 at one point. So I was proud we saw a second half out with no shots allowed. Like we've given up so many goals late. So to finish off a clean sheet, even with the subs coming on, I was happy and like it gave me hope for the derby.
Yeah, 46th minute, Oliver Skip came in. He had two more subs in the 60th minute, 76th, and 80th minute. He used all of his subs to, like you said, batten the hatches. Okay. Anything else before we move on to the derby? I want to bring up the protest that was during the Leicester match. Yeah, yeah. Waited 9 minutes. I could definitely tell on my view that it was significant, but for fans who might not know, it was not on television in England. People really couldn't see the protests, but what they could see are the social media posts and things like that. People bumping that, obviously word of mouth gets around, and I don't know if it was covered. I don't assume it'd be much, but I will say it's good. Manchester City have announced that they are freezing their prices for their season tickets and their just everyday general tickets. The MC Food Banks and a few other groups have come out to, I guess, give the next step to the conversation, because this should be kind of ongoing. A freeze is good, but what are we going to do for more in the future? And they are asking for a reduction in match day pricing, which is, they believe, is high. For the Aston Villa game, it is £71 for an adult, 43 for a child. They want to reintroduce the sale of traditional season tickets after years of supporters being on a. Okay, sorry, that's any of that. So there's a Flexi Gold membership, which I'm gonna have to actually ask one of the people who are coming on soon on Patreon about that. I'm gonna have to have. So anyone listening, if you want to have this conversation, maybe I'll just reach out to one of them. There we go. Perfect. Because I don't know much about the Flexi Gold. I mean, Tarik, you hang around those bouts. I know they talk about those things in the ticket prices, but does anyone know? Do
Yeah,
they
I
talk
don't
about
know
what
what.
specifically Flexi Gold is? No worries at all.
No,
I
and I
don't.
don't
Yeah,
ask the question because again,
right.
I
Facts.
feel like it's a conversation that I can hear, I can listen. I might even have some thoughts, but I don't really get involved in because, like I said, unless I live there, if I go, when I go, if I can find a ticket, it is not going to matter to me how much that
That's
ticket
fair.
costs because
Oh
that's
yeah,
just who I am. But for them, yeah. So I don't know what the Flexi Gold
no worries. I was just
thing
wondering
is.
if, yeah, if anyone, but usually in that space they try not to go too
Yeah, for
deep
sure.
into some conversation, so that's very fair. I want to play also. Manchester United fans made a chant at Phil Foden. Losers, first off. But Pep himself was asked about that. They should be ashamed, man.
They support
Uh,
Manchester United. They don't know any shame.
oh, here we go. What's that? What's that?
How did you guys feel about that once you found out about it? Because I don't know that I could really tell. I think there was some comments maybe during the match, but I don't know that I could really tell what was being said. So I heard about it after the fact. Um, were you all like clutching your pearls? Were you like, it's not a big deal? What were your thoughts?
hmm. I mean, it's unfortunately part of the game, like Pep said. I mean, what do you expect from United? They're I don't want to rub, point that to a hope. It was loud. I couldn't hear specifically what they say, but that's
Yeah.
honestly for a lot of their chants. If we're being honest, sometimes depending on acoustics and all that stuff, you can just hear the noise, and if you know the specific chant, then it's makes more sense. But for the most part, it's just loud noise. Yeah, it is what it is. I hope this isn't the first time people have gone at his mom like that. Like there's a video once upon a time, like fights. He's the tension's always going to be at him for some reason. Well, we know why, but it's hopefully and it's like awful to say. Hopefully he's used to it. I mean, like he's had thickened skin. He knows how to handle it. His family can handle it better. But no, I couldn't imagine. I'm sure it's tough. Sharpie.
I still don't know what was said. I particularly don't care. I was so infuriated with the match. What the crowd was yelling, who gives a fuck? Like we played like shit. So that's what I was really focused on and serious about. Still am. Now that we're talking about it again because it was such a terrible match. So all the
It
other shit
was.
like
It was.
doesn't matter. It was a
Oh
waste of
man.
my 2 hours. It was 2 hours of life I
Literally
can't get back.
nothing
Yeah.
happened for 2 hours. Like we were on the live stream, like waiting for something to happen, and nothing happened for 2 hours. Like I think that the fact that this is a headline is an indictment on how terrible the match was for both teams. Not just City. United also played a crap match. Like, and nothing happened for 90 minutes.
Oh man. Yeah. And
Can we just go right into the lineup? Because I think like that's what led us to know what was coming. Like the lineup set it off. Pep set it up this way, and anybody who's watched City this year knew like, yep, we've seen this story before. He's just playing the hit. Well, I guess they're not hits. Playing the flops. He's
Playing
playing
the
the flops.
oldies. Playing the
yes.
Got a hit.
oldies.
Ah, good one. Oldies but goodies. Oldies but shitties. I'm sorry. My bad.
Never apologize. Ederson, Nico O'Reilly, Guardiola, Diaz, Nunes, Kovacic, Gundo, Silva, KDB, Foden, and Marmouche. Wow. Yeah, Sharpie. I'll right back to you. One and one. Thoughts?
Trash. Because it's you don't go from Leicester where you have this spry, vibrant, and attacking 11 Jacks in the middle of, the Spice Brothers. Everything looks good. And then you dumb it down basically. It's like when I'm a teacher and you give accommodations. Like there's some kids that need extra help. He just made the test in like 84 font because and the child can see. Like you didn't have to make everything so basic. You made it easy for United by looking at it. Anytime you give me a lineup that has that 100-year-old midfield, you come out in like a 4-4-2. Like, come on, bro. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, I'm gonna put this in the screen for the people that watch on YouTube. Like, this looks stupid. In 2025, the year of our Lord,
Who
April, you come out with these
in a
old geezers
in a
in the midfield
diamond
all
midfield? Who
together.
plays a diamond midfield anymore?
In a diamond where they're all healthy people on the bench. There are so many other people you could play, and you chose this. So that ball genius did us in. I am still living. I have not thought about it since that day, and now all the rage is coming back. Tom, Tarik, take it away.
Charlie
I'm
said
over the shit.
that line from the movie Clues, like flames, flames on the side of my face, burning, heaving breaths. um, yeah, that lineup did not spark joy. Like it was like, um, it it truly to me seemed like a lineup where Pep threw out like this was a lineup like I don't know if we're gonna win this match, but I know that we're not gonna lose. Like he did everything to make sure that we did not lose this match, which okay. And based off of United United's form, that was a choice, especially since like they um they knew that their bigger matches were in the midweek. They like their bigger matches were for Europa, like not for necessarily the league. They couldn't do anything about the league necessarily. Um so the fact that you're trotting out these older play, it was like Marmouche and O'Reilly save us. Um and like I mean, and then Phil was subbed off after 58 minutes. It's like, ooh, like
I think
okay.
he did pick up that
But
knock though in
yeah,
that
and
match.
that was
That
part
was
of it. And
part of
I
it.
think the
Remember?
other
Like,
frustrating
yeah.
thing was like, at no point did we ever see Nico Gonzalez at all. It was like, but why? Like, uh,
Did he run a marathon the day before? Like I need to know why this man couldn't get on the pitch and be big and run. Because he's faster and more athletic than every single midfielder that we put on. Tarik, I'm sorry. Tarik, how did you feel, sir?
I mean, you pretty much summed it up. The reality is, from the moment we saw the lineup drop, it was it just wasn't going to be good enough. It just wasn't. And so that part was frustrating. I'm trying to I'll do that later. So yeah, looking at the lineup, I mean the back four, I was fine with the back four. O'Reilly, Vardiol, Diaz, Nunes. Okay, cool. I'm with that. Ederson, of course, I'm good. But then, like you said, you get to the midfield, and it's just frustrating because we talked so much at the turn of the year about how we needed legs in midfield. We went out, we got Nico Gonzalez, and he didn't play. The frustrating part for me is that has become a referendum on the player. If you look on social media, you see so many people saying, oh, he's not good enough. Oh, this, that, and the other. Oh, this is going to be another Calvin Phillips. I think Pep just he missed. He made a mistake. If you think about the fact that we played a Champions League final a few years ago and he didn't put Fernandinho or Rodri in the midfield
oh, I
and we
was trying to
lost,
forget
right?
about that,
So
Tarek.
I thought we don't talk about that. I thought we don't talk
hey,
about
No, I saw that tweet earlier this week, and that Tarik spot on. I saw it like 2 days ago. Like,
Pep
yes,
is
Pep
prone
will
to
fuck up.
make a mistake. And this was a mistake. It has nothing to do with the player or the player not being good enough. This is all about Pep. Pep failed in this moment. He did not pass the test. And so hopefully, as we move forward into games to come, he gets it right. I wish he would have made the changes necessary sooner, brought him on, because he's on the bench. He just doesn't get off of it. So I don't understand why we didn't do that. I don't know, nostalgia, knowing that we had just announced that De Bruyne was leaving. Is it nostalgia? We're going to run De Bruyne out, and I don't care. We're going to put all the oldies out there and um, we're going to see if we can run that old thing back. But it doesn't work. So I wish we would have went with a lineup much more similar to what we saw at Leicester. Again, I would have been fine with the 4-2-3-1 with Kova and Nico Gonzalez. If you would have told me, okay, Nico and Gundo, I'd have been okay with that too as the two. But you can't have Kova, Gundo, Bernardo, and KDB in a diamond midfield. You just can't. And then on top of that, not only do we not have legs, but then we don't have any width because we got the diamond midfield. We don't have any width. You don't have the Sabios and the Dokus to run at players. Which again, once Doku does get introduced, it kind of changes it up a little bit. But again, he's one player out of 10 outfield players. What do you expect that man to do kind of by himself at that point? So at the end of the day, Nico Gonzalez is fine. I am not in any way concerned about, oh, is it going to be a 50 million pound plus miss again? I genuinely don't believe that. But we just gotta be better. Go ahead, Charlie.
I just want to say this, right? It made me even more upset when I saw United's back line because you're telling me that Udoku, and Savinho wouldn't cut up Maserati and Euro? Like, just imagine if you put them on the pitch from the start and said go. Now you're pushing back Dallo, you're pushing back Dorgu. We're controlling. Like, we literally would have owned that match just from the pure threat of Doku and Savinho.
Mhm.
Yep.
Like, and Harry Maguire trying to keep up with goddamn Omar Mamouche. Are you serious? Like, it's criminal what Pep did. Like, he limited us to say we might get one goal, but that's it. You have no hopes of scoring more than one goal
Agreed.
when you put this lineup on. Like, it's such a lack. It's the opposite of a vote of confidence, right? It's like, hey, I don't trust the fact that we can go to Old Trafford, as Crunk calls it, the water park. We can't go win, even without Erling Haaland. We can't go get a win to keep us up in the table, because we could have caught points on Chelsea because they drew. We could have gained 3 points on them, but no, you went for nothing. Like, it makes me upset because, like, when you support the club from another country and you wake up in the morning and you plan your day around it and you look forward to it, and then you bring out that bullshit on purpose, it's not like we had injuries anymore. There's no excuses.
Mm.
You chose to do nothing. And, like, I'm over the shit because it happened 2 years ago. Anytime we lost, it was because Pep wouldn't make subs.
Oh.
Now we're losing because he won't start the young people who can run. And then you bring on the vets to lock it up or hold down the fort. Cool, we get that. That's why you have a whole squad. And I think that's why the board and them decided, hey, we got to get rid of Kevin. We got to get rid of these people because Pep won't play the others. Like, he won't let the young people get their experience. You can't get a first Manchester derby if you don't start one. You start Nico, but you don't start Doku and Savinho. It's fucking stupid. And, like, it's nothing we can say. It's no jokes. Like, it's a waste of a game. If we lose this shit by 3 points, it's on him. There's not on any player if we don't qualify top 5. I'm coming right back to the derby, and it's on his head because you chose this fucking route, and it was wrong. And it's a joke
Ooh.
to all the supporters.
Sorry.
I'm
I
done.
mean it.
I'm good.
I love it. You're cooking. I love it. I honestly, you started off being like, I forgot how I felt about this. I forgot I was angry, and now for you to just do you've been legitimately cooking. Like, you
Slowly
started to
simmering.
simmer, and you just got hotter and hotter.
So
I've loved it.
okay,
It's been a story. It's been
so I will say this. I think that after the announcement was made on Friday, it was evident that Kevin had to start, right? Like, you were going to start Kevin in that match. And I think that everybody was like expecting, like, oh, Kevin's about to turn back the hands of time, blah, 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 blah. And I think that
Yeah.
there is this weird trust level thing that, like, like, not only will Pep not play the young kids, is it that Pep won't play the young kids because Kev doesn't like playing with the young kids? Because, like, if you think about all of the other matches that Kev typically starts, like, he's usually supported by Gundo and Kovacic and Bernardo. So, like, and I don't know
Because they run at the same speed.
which we talked about
And then Pep
on the
complains
watch
about it,
along.
though.
We
He
talked
did
about
complain about it.
Bernardo Silva clocking the slowest speed in all of the league, based off of GPS. The
The entire
entire
league.
league, all 20 teams, and all of their players for the 20 teams, just that small Portuguese man, just slow.
Arms are moving, but he's not going anywhere.
So
Like,
I
oh my
also
god.
wonder if this was a weird situation where we had to um because we knew that Kevin had to play this match based off of the social media announcement, that we that Pep was like, okay, I'm gonna put you with the players that you trust the most to make an impact on this match, not necessarily the players that I would think that would help us win this match. That's a theory. I don't know that obviously to be true, but, like, maybe that's just something that happened.
Yes, naturally. That's fair.
They
Okay.
are so old, they made Casemiro look decent.
Yeah, he did look. Yeah.
He looked fine, and he should never look fine in a big match because everybody's better than him. But no, our people aren't. They're on the same goddamn level.
It was
It's an
nice
embarrassment.
being able to do the watch along with you two because Thom and Sharpie, because it made watching that not great match. Like I would have been losing it. I would have just been screaming on Blue Sky. But instead, I got to just chat with y'all and be annoyed with
No,
Phillies.
I would have fallen asleep in the second half. Like if we were not streaming, like if we were not doing that watch along, I would have fallen asleep because like nothing happened for 90 minutes. Nothing. Like is there correct? Do you even have something like that you like would want to talk like a passage of play that even
No, I'm gonna take this one, Crunk. Crunk, you good. You talk a lot. Relax. So here's the thing. Expected goals. I'm gonna get the stats from down to this bullshit. Expected goals, bro. We had 59% possession. We had 0.49 expected goals. They had 0.91. Man United won the XG battle. They had 13 shots to our 9. Now, we had 5 on target, so they're very wasteful. We know that. But it was only one of those big chances. So, like, I don't care about all the ugly passes we had. We only had 3 corners the whole match, so you're not getting in the box and making anything happen. Like, it was inept. Inept. Just that's all it was.
Safety.
Yeah. What last thing I want to give up is kind of how we were talking about KDB. What was it? He won one ground duel and lost 8 ground duels. He basically was not in the way of anybody. I feel like it was Gundo also. He was 1 for 6. Actually, technically, it's 1 for 7 in ground duels also, losing 6 of them. They're on the map, but again, once we lose the ball, like Dorgu looked great against City. That shouldn't happen. Dallo, like Casemiro, he was player of the match on FOTMOB. That should not be happening in the Manchester Derby. That's not great. No, I don't. I was hoping my show bros would be able to carry it because I really have nothing, especially days
Kevin
after.
had a 5.8 FOTMOB rating. Like, and that was only worse. The only player worse was Phil, and Phil took a knock and only played 58 minutes. But Kevin played the full 90.
And yeah, and that's half the reason why I really ask, how do we feel about this whole KDB situation? Like you said, Thom, you would have thought he'd be started. He's gonna kick some ass, and we're gonna be like, "God damn it, KDB!" We're gonna be able to like cheer and chant you out for the rest of the season. I mean, we're going to because he's a legend, but we were hoping we would be it'd go out happy and fun. And there's still almost 2 months to go. Plenty of joy to be had, possibly, but I don't know.
I will say this, bro. I think he's about to fizzle out. And if you compare it to everyone else, even Aguero was still banging in
Mm-hmm.
goals that last year, right? Like he was still like when he played, he still scored. But if you think about Laporte, he gave it his all, left everything out there, went out in a blaze of glory. Sterling was still balling before he decided to leave and got sold. We got some money back. Mahrez balled out. Company started all his whole last season, right? Went out on top. And I'm missing one more
Fernandinho.
that I just thought about. David Silva and Fernandinho gave it all. Like you saw, okay, A, it's your time to leave, but B, you are giving everything you have and you're producing the utmost of your talent. But Tep almost put those players in position. I don't think he's putting Kevin in position to succeed by playing more than 60 minutes. Like it's okay to start him and then get him off the pitch, bro. Like if you tell me a combo of KDB and Maka for 90 isn't better than KDB for 90 by himself, then you're lying in our faces. And I hate when people play in my face.
And
Like I get lied to by middle schoolers all day. I can't take grown men lying to me. I can't.
That's real.
That's fair.
That's real. Oh, okay. Um Oh man. Anything else on this match? I mean, because there's obviously plenty of things we can laugh at with this match.
Pep
And
Ten Hog out here.
oh no.
Oh my God.
Okay. That is a fitting, fantastic way for us to move on to this match upcoming this weekend. And once again, shout out to Joe Walker. He joined me for an episode of Breaking Bread, our match preview for City versus Crystal Palace, the men's match this weekend. For our, I'll talk about that when we do Baby Blue Baddies. Yeah, great conversation with him. Quick story of his story that he tells in the episode. Basically, he was born in the hospital that's very close to the stadium. His dad pointed him towards it and was just like, if your life is ever bad, I'll take you to a Crystal Palace match. Because back then, they were like really bad. And they've grown a lot. And that's what he really put that in perspective very well in the episode by just talking about his experience, the club, talking about managers, and learning a lot more in depth about Crystal Palace. Yeah, just a really good conversation. Oliver Glasner, I saw he's been tied to possibly replacing Ange. He is out of here. I mean, there are a few managers in the Premier League that could potentially be leaving their very solid clubs, but we know that they make the teams. So if they leave, like what happens to those said clubs? But we're talking about Crystal Palace. Who's worried about them? Are we? Anybody think we're losing?
Okay, this is what I'm gonna say. If I get up at
Oh,
6:15 Central Time AM
that's
in
real.
the morning,
That's
and I
real.
know that Crystal Palace, first of all, Gahey is on a red card for like because that Brighton match
Yes.
was and so is
So is
Nketiah. That
Nketiah.
Brighton match was bonkers. So yeah,
Well, actually, they were kicking each other.
Gahey is out. Chris Richards is also out. So I don't know who they're gonna play at defender. If you tell me that we play another diamond midfield and Daku and Savio don't get on the pitch, I'm gonna have to go over with Sharpie because like at that point it's like, what are we doing? What are we truly doing? And we're at home? No, no. Like we need to run at these boys and like even if we are open, like there should not be a reason why even if we do give up a goal, there shouldn't be a reason why we don't score 2 to 3 goals in this match. Just based off of what Crystal Palace has available defensively.
All right. Who else?
Tarik, what you got, bro?
I don't feel confident because they are going to run Mateta at us as a they're going to be trying to hit us on the counter. So I hope that we can get our goals because I think they will definitely get at least one. Um It's hard to say, man, because you just never know what Pep's gonna do, and I hate being back in that position,
I know. I
where
know.
it's like, you know, you talked about being on with LB and others people, and it's like they always talk about the players having a bozo in them, and then it's like Pep's got a bozo in him too. He'll throw out a bozo lineup, and you'd be like, "What are you doing?" So it's just like, don't do nothing stupid, man. Put again, we don't have a Holland, so Marmoush needs to be up top. There's nothing to think about there. Just do it. We know what the back four needs to be, with the exception of maybe who's on that right side. Right? You can say you're gonna put Nunes there, you're gonna put Kuzanov there, whatever. So the back four is pretty obvious too. The midfield, again, Nico Gonzalez needs to be in that lineup. So it's fairly straightforward to me. I don't think it needs a whole lot of you don't need to do a whole lot of thinking. Don't think. Just put the players out there, let them do their thing. So I don't know. I think uh, I'm gonna say 2-1 us, but I don't feel confident. And that's me refusing to say that we are going to drop more points. I just can't say it, but I don't know that I don't think it.
That's
To answer your question, Tom, you said who's going to replace Gahey? It's looking like 34-year-old, another millennial, Nathaniel Klein is going to be having to play.
Bro,
He's
he's
the
still
only
in the
defender on
league.
the bench in the match against Brighton.
Wow.
He's still
hilarious.
in the league.
That's
He's still in the league
hilarious.
all-star. I had to look to see who were their defenders, and they couldn't even get to him because the red card came so fast, and they were out of subs. So yeah, they have like I put this in our private chat, but Palace has not lost a match in
Yeah.
any competition since February 15th. Like they are on fire. FA Cup, Premier League, like they've been cooking. And they had a draw somehow against Southampton, which is just the weirdest result of all of this. Because of their defense and because I think Pep will not be insane and start the same lineup he did against United, I think he gives us like the Leicester lineup. I'm going to say Leicester
Yeah.
lineup equals win. Anything else equals draw. That's where I'm at. And I will bet appropriately.
That work.
It's the level of fear.
Can you wait to bet until after the lineup comes out?
Oh, yeah. You can bet
Okay.
all the way up to the last. Yeah, as soon as the lineup comes out, okay, that will choose win or draw. One of the two. I'm not going to bet a loss, but because we at home. But yeah, I'm not betting for a win if you put out 4 millennials.
That's good, at least.
That adult league, nope.
Yeah, there's a dude that I was on with from England. Bet $20 on after he saw the lineup. He bet $20 on a 0-0 draw and ended up with like 200 and 280, something like that.
Wow.
Smart man.
Because it's like that's nobody's scoring any goals here. Pep's not even trying to score goals at that point. So yeah, if you can bet after the lineup comes out, then yeah, you probably stand a good chance to just see what we're gonna do. And like, yep, no, we're not scoring today.
Nope.
No, well, I guess it's good. People are somewhat positive. I'm with Sharpie. If we see the Spice Brothers, I'm hopeful. I don't think he's that worried about. Well, actually, I lied. Crystal Palace is playing, like Sharpie said. They started the season bad, trying to really make the adjustments to the team. I don't know if Glasner was trying some new things. Joe admitted that people weren't very happy with what he was up to, but they are cooking now. And if
they also lost Elise, they had to like respond and like
Yep.
figure out how to play without him, and he was huge for them with Eze. So
and
they
he's
figured
been
it out.
balling out at Bayern too. So yeah. Okay. I think we win by 2.
I hope. God, I hope.
Woohoo! Shock all in Premier League applause. I just kind of want to talk about the Champions League. Just give general quick shout out. Unfortunately, Declan Rice, free kicks, that's talent. You have to do it back to back the way that he did. That's just like he did that shit. It will be very Arsenal when they somehow fumble it in the semis or something like that. PSG.
Do you think there's any chance that Real comes back?
No. If you saw the way that
I don't think so either.
Yeah, if you saw the way that, or even post match, a lot of that stuff was shared. The conversation with Bellingham and Vinny, I think it was, for example. But even they just seemed so. Shout out to Kelkster. She joined me for a watch along for both of those games, and yeah, that game. They just Real Madrid looked pathetic. That's the easiest way to say it. Like they were, even the dark magic that they were trying to do wasn't working. I don't know if they need a re-up their deal with the devil. I don't know what's going on. Like maybe
They also started Modric when they had Tchouaméni on the bench. So I think what's his name? Carlo felt like Pep. He drank some of what Pep was drinking. They had the same bottle of wine.
that's funny. Yeah, and Camavinga got the 2 yellows and got him sent out. I mean, once he got the first yellow, he wasn't going to be available in the match anyway. Well, I guess to get yourself sent
He
off.
said, "I'm gonna
I
get
don't
my
know.
money's worth," is what he said.
Y'all gonna feel me because he got that last foul on Saka. So he was out here being a deviant. I respect it. Come to City. Bring the energy to City, bro. We need hard fouls. We need an enforcer. I miss Fernandinho.
Yeah. We got PSG beating down Aston Villa. Inter.
Ooh, that. I was gonna say PSG is real. I think they're my favorite.
They're scary. Yeah, I love watching
them or
them.
Barca. Those are my
fun.
favorites.
Oh, I cannot
Yeah, they ball
wait
out.
for
Both
that
teams, they
semifinal.
play.
Yes, I am counting Dortmund out now. Like they are not they are
Hell
not.
yeah. 4-0, yeah.
Oh, 4-0, yes.
And Villa's definitely out too. Like
Yeah.
that's a dub.
Yeah. And Inter, their match with Bayern, it's just tough to beat Inter.
We know.
Yeah, they just defensively they get everybody back. They will put their bodies on the line. They are well drilled, and if you give them opportunities, they're gonna slide in the goals.
The Bull is gonna give you something.
Looked,
He's gonna give you something every time for Inter. Lautaro Martinez every time.
Yeah.
And make shit happen,
It's
bro.
crazy because no one has gone in and bought him yet. It's like, I don't know that, like, if we had him as our lone striker right now, like in the same position that Marmoush is in, I don't think he does anything. He just has this innate ability to play off a bigger, as that second striker playing off. Having him behind a Holland would have been like crazy, and that's what I hope that we can see from a Marmoush play. And we did that one that there was like that one game where he was running past.
Oh, you mean the game that he scored a fucking hat trick in?
Why don't we
That
play?
match?
Yeah, like, why don't we play like that more often? Of course, Holland is out now, but
yeah.
Oh man.
Yo, Lautaro's a beast. He's a Serie A legend. I just want to shout out real quick in the Premier League the huge result. Shouts to Fulham, man, beating Liverpool.
Let's go.
That brought me joy.
I forgot all
Like
about
they
that.
dominated that match. I had to go back and look at the results, like Premier League leagues. What happened? Yeah, giving Liverpool their first loss on the road. Again, Liverpool's still going to get the title, whatever.
Yep.
But shouts to Fulham. Shouts to Jedi out there.
And
He's
Arsenal
gonna
couldn't
probably
even take
go to
advantage.
Liverpool. I mean, no, Arsenal won. I thought Arsenal won. No, yeah, Arsenal beat.
I thought they drew with Everton.
Did they drew?
Yeah,
they did draw. Yeah, that's right. It was a tough draw. Yeah, but I mean, they're fine. Whatever. Like the league, that shit's done. But yeah, like Jedi's probably gonna get his move to a big six club. He deserves it. So happy for that black man.
Hey, I'm sorry, Tarik. You tried very early on in our pod to be like, do the right decision, City Football Group, and bring him to City.
I think he's gonna end up
Yes.
Liverpool.
Robertson, yep. I mean, it's a perfect slot in. Like
it's either him or Kirkez is going to end up over there. One of those two is.
I would take either one, whichever one don't.
I know. I would take either one too.
They are both so good.
I would prefer Kirkez. Honestly, I would love Jedi. I would love Jedi. I'd probably get the kit with it.
I think Kirkez.
I mean, get the younger one if you can.
Yeah,
get
Kirkez is younger. Yes.
Yeah, Jedi would be cheaper because of that, but we got money. We ain't broke. Tariff proof over here.
What tariffs? What tariffs? They're on a 90-day pause, sir.
That's right. The market goes right back up.
Have you ever seen something like that? 25 points in one day. Have you ever seen that?
When y'all elect a felon, you get felonious activity. Felonious president. That's what you get. We have slave owners. Now we got felons. They out here. That's what we do in America.
Listen.
I mean, but you're not lying.
He's not.
Are you not lying?
Land of the free, home of the brave, office of the criminal. There we go.
Hey. Why? Let's go, baby blue baddies. They are back from international break. They've been having fun doing their things. I really enjoyed that video, Mary Fowler laughing at. I don't know if have anybody seen that video. I'll send it. I'll send it to the group chat when I find it again. She's laughing at a certain Arsenal player. It's international football, naturally, but
is it
Steph
Catlett?
Hey, I'm not. I'm not
I'll take
saying,
that.
but
Like,
possibly.
I mean, her entering her center back era is like low key hilarious. Like, just absolutely hilarious. Yeah, everybody's getting flued out.
And Lauren Hemp is back.
That is
Also, I want to say that too. Like she's been back in training for a while,
and it's looking good for a nice little comeback. I'm if we do see her in the derby, it's going to be for like 10-15 minutes. So there is that.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to the homie, your homie, Crunk, Niels Nilsson, because he love us for real. You know why? Because over 180 minutes available to Japan, he played Yui Hasegawa for 70 of them bitches. So he love us for real. Like, so he did us a solid and gave her the rest she desperately needed.
Appreciate you.
Which was good.
Yes.
I think just to go back to the shock on applause real quick. I do want to talk about. I'll put this in this context. Bunny is not saving Jamaica. I saw that. I saw that with my own eyes. And Jamaica needs some help. There's. Formationally, they did some weird stuff against Mexico. Like, Mexico beat them across 2 matches 7-0. Jackie Ovalle is my shock on applause winner because she is worth the price of admission. Her free kicks and set pieces, like Barca. I think they've already attempted to drop a bag to get her to come to Spain. But I think she decided that she was going to stay at Tigres, which is honestly pretty cool. And I think that I said this in the group chat that Liga MX Femenil is to the Mexican women's national team what U.S. men's national team fans thought that MLS would be to the U.S. men's national team from 2005 to 2015. But like, it has greatly helped the development of their national team. Also, there are quite a few Mexican players that I would love to see in a city kit. Alice Soto being one of them.
Yes.
Alexio Delgadillo being another one. They're a fun team. I had a really good experience at CPKC Stadium watching that match. Can't wait to talk about that more. As far as the Derby goes, I will be interested to see who got rest. Like, I think it was good that Yui got some rest. Caroline did also get some rest because she didn't play the first match against the US, but she did play that second match, and boy. Yeah, like all of first, like, she did 3 celebrations in 5 seconds after that goal that she scored.
I love it.
I think that these for United, these are probably the most important matches that Mark Skinner has ever coached at United, like from now until the end of the season, because United plays us once in the FA Cup, once in the league. They also still play. They go to the Chigwell to play West Ham. They still play Chelsea, and they end the season with Arsenal. So they're going to have their hands full with these matches coming up. Is Yamashita ready to come back and start? I'm not sure. That stated, Kiara Keating actually played 2 really good matches against Chelsea, and she played very well against Brighton as well in that 2-1 victory. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not even gonna hold y'all, fellas. I predicted that we were gonna lose that match, mainly because Brighton was at home, and Brighton is a very different team on the South Coast than they are anywhere else in the rest of the UK. I think that we were able to see that match out, and no one got hurt. That was the most important thing. It'll just be a matter of like, wait,
Uh,
did we see an injury in that match?
wasn't that Alexandria?
She was already hurt though.
Well, before the match, she got
No,
hurt.
that's okay. That's before. Okay, it's
The pre warm-ups, yeah.
So, but we didn't see it, so like I guess you could say
That's fair. That's fair. No, that's fair. That's very fair. That's very fair.
Yeah, I mean, Charlie said it. Like until this team gets healthy, like it's who's trotting out there, and most of them got to play 90 minutes, and it is what it is. I will be interested to see like how Cushing approaches this match. Who gets the start versus like who would get the start next week, the following weekend in league play. But I think that you would want the team to go for a trophy at this point, and why not just lay it all on the line
Yes.
and beat your crosstown rival. Probably play Chelsea. Chelsea plays Liverpool in the other semifinal. Yeah, I know. Like for those listening, like
Tired of them.
Charlie just gave a deep, heavy Negro spiritual sigh, and grasped his face because I too am sick of seeing those Chelsea lineups. Crunk, I think
I hate royal blue. It's the worst color in the world. It's way worse than red. Royal blue
Crunk
sucks.
said it really well last night. I was like, it's
Sorry.
very nice to actually be able to root for Katerina Macario versus root against her. That's nice. It's refreshing. In fact,
It is.
yes,
Yeah, she's a good player.
I ain't gonna lie. I feel bad when I do root against her because it's like, oh, I love her.
Right?
So
I know.
And like,
dang. Why
Same
couldn't
thing
you
with
go
Germa going there. It's just like, bro, why?
I'm mad at Sonya for that because like she first of all like you played Naomi's Garma at outside back, one, and number two, you rushed her
Yeah,
back
that
from
was
injury
weird.
that she
That's
probably you didn't need to like rush her back from. So
at all.
yeah,
They're so fine.
so
Like it, yeah.
yeah. So I'm sure
Yeah.
Emma has had some not so pleasant conversations with Sonia Bonpastor about about the health of that player. I don't know what to expect from this side or from this match, mainly because I don't know what the psyche of the English players is going to be. I know it was just Jess Park and Laura Blinkilde Brown that was called in for City. I believe that United had Letitia, Elatoon, and another player called in, but they lost to Waffle Germany badly over the international break. So I'm not sure what their mindset is going to be coming back into this match. So I think that it will be probably contingent on a lot of the Dutch players to. So that means that Viv is going to have a big match in this.
No, Viv went down injured.
Yeah. Bunny hopefully come back though. You know what, Tom? I'm just gonna say we go out there, we give it our best. I don't know, cause honestly, I don't know who's our defenders. Who is defending Man
Oh
United? I
no!
don't know.
Oh no!
We gonna
Because Rebecca
try. That's
Knock is
all we
not
gonna do
coming
is
through
try.
that
It
door
ain't.
anytime soon. And
Why Alexandria probably not coming through that door? Alex Greenwood not coming through that door. We got Kasparov,
yes, yeah,
Wahhabi,
Kasparai,
maybe
Wahhabi, Lazel,
Weinbrother.
and
Think you're German. Oh, you
Kyle
gonna put
Anderson.
out slow mo? Kyle Anderson coming out? Kyle Anderson back. Let's go slow mo. Slow mo Gracie, my girl. For those that don't know, Kyle Anderson is a very wonderful basketball player. Look him up. A long-time NBA player. He's still in the league guy. Played at a very slow tempo for a long time. And even when he was a young kid, he was slow mo. That's how he got the name. And that's how Gracie Power runs. Is very slow. Very, very like intentional. She's putting out all the effort she has. She's just like a
Yes.
56 speed on FIFA
Mhm.
or FC. You need a turbo boost. You need a new card. You need an evolution. You got to get her faster, baby. Put her in the back three. She is not meant to be in the back two. Bless her heart. So yeah, we gonna try hard. I hope we take it
Yep.
to pins. That means we
Mhm.
fought.
Oh
Let's
no!
take it to penalties, baby.
Yeah.
Let's take it to
Oh
pins.
no! Oh no!
That's my hope. I don't want to be negative. Y'all don't like negative, so I'm
I
gonna
think
give
we're
you
gonna win.
semi-positive.
Hey, no, I want the truth, and that is
Yeah, we losing. I'm gonna give you right there. And I really don't want to play Chelsea again. I would rather take this L now than lose to Chelsea in another match. I'm so tired of Chelsea.
Yeah.
Like I have what's it called? A shot and fry. Like I can't. I can't.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't. I'll put it this way: if we make it to pins, we have a chance to win. A chance, because like I'm still not convinced that United doesn't have the better goalkeeper. Because like I'm glad that Emma finally like wised up and realized that Fallon Joyce is the best professional goalkeeper in the UK right now, regardless of gender.
Yeah, no, she's
That's
cooking.
right. That's right,
Yeah,
Tarik.
she's
That's
great.
right. Throw it up. Throw it up. Yo, yeah. Oh yeah.
From the U.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we're probably gonna lose 2-1. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, then I will say we're gonna win 2-1.
I do too.
And Crunk, I hope you're right. Let's go.
Let's go. Okay. Yeah, this is great. We're all good. We have our lit stream tomorrow. We got Tristan Gomez. He is a part of Atlanta Citizens, the Man City's citizen group there. We got Trev Tracy, the 12. Shout out to y'all.
He's already told
on
me that
Angel City.
he's already told me that
Arsenal.
he's gonna starting with the agenda immediately out the box.
Arsenal. It's gonna be Arsenal. But it's gonna be fun.
You know they're gonna be number 2. That's what they do. Watch them make it always to the final and lose. Just like they make it to the run-in and lose. I can't wait. Because if you don't win it don't matter.
I got the memes ready. I got them stacked. I'm gonna combo multiplier those bitches.
I'm gonna start finding Olympic silver medalists and start just posting them out in a thread.
Tarik,
That's who y'all are.
Tyson Gay.
Tyson Gay. That's the one. They are the Tyson Gay of world football. Boom. There it is. Somebody had to be number 2. Whoever finishes behind Sydney McLaughlin Levroni. You're not. She's gold. You are number 2. There you go.
All the people Michael Phelps beat.
Ian Thorpe.
You know?
Ryan Lochte? Call him Ryan Lochte.
I'll say Ryan Lochte.
There you go. Look at Ryan Lochte Club. Look at
all the people Katie Ledecky beat. Like,
Oof.
yeah, those are
Take it.
all
Oh
great.
man,
Yeah,
take
she
your
was
Dua
dominant.
Lipas, take your Anne Hathaways. I don't care how good they look. Y'all ain't gonna win no EP. Y'all ain't gonna win no CL. Have you seen what's happening in France and Spain? Y'all ain't that. Okay.
Oh, love it. Oh, okay. That's it. I think we got everything, right? Covered everything, chatted over everything. Let's go. All right, show bros, let people know where they can find you. Thom, I'm gonna start with you.
You can find me at CPKC Stadium. I feel like that's like legitimately my second home. You can find me talking about the WSL on the 12, and you can find me talking about Kansas City Current on a new podcast called The Current Moment. That is on the Shea Butter FC network. Go check that out. Appreciate y'all. Yes, love
Shout
y'all,
out to the
Sid.
Sibs.
Us.
Big ups. Big ups.
Can you say the name again? What was it called for the people?
The
For like
Current
me who didn't
Moment.
hear it the first time?
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
I was thinking about that.
Ooh, I like this. Okay. The current moment. Hey, let's go. Let's go.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Sharpie, while you're at it, let people know where to find you.
Oh, at Sharpie Charlie on everything.
At Tarik Peterson, TarikPeterson, pretty much wherever.
Have you done any more thought about the possible name change?
Nah, because it's too much work, too much effort.
You're not wrong. Once you get it all lined up, why change it? The game is the
It's too
game.
much effort. I would have to remember what it was. Right now it is what it is. I have to remember it. Yeah.
P. Tarik? P. Tarikson?
No, I mean Tarik P. There's other stuff that I've considered, but nah, it is what it is.
Tarik P sounds like
only thing that I
R&B
don't
singer.
Just don't
John B.
There you go,
Your cousins.
You'll have to see Tarik in a turtleneck sweater.
Yeah, no, we
talking about being emotional.
Yeah. I might still have some up there because
Or
I
like
definitely
one of those
had
like
some.
flowy
I definitely had some.
They need to go to Wilson's Leather going up. You ever go to Wilson's Leather?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh my God.
Yes, sir.
With the Music Soul Child shoes. Y'all know those brown shoes that weren't dress shoes, but they were casual shoes?
Yep.
Like they were in the casual section. Bro, you were looking like you were ready to I Just Want to Sing out here. Ready for a Neo Soul concert.
Oh my gosh.
Yes,
That's a great time. We need to bring that era back. Bring that back. I'm ready.
Facts.
I am so ready, bro. Can't wait.
Follow the podcast at Shades of Blue NW at Shades of Blue NEW. If you need to know anything about us, any of the other podcasts, Arsenal 86, our Arsenal podcast, Byron and Paulina are going to be recording tomorrow night. So today, while you listen, if you know any Arsenal fans, send them our way. We have the WSL, the 12, our WSL podcast, and your favorite wrestling podcast for people like WWE, AEW, all of those, NXT, all of those lettered acronyms. Goodness gracious. Check us out. Lots covered, lots to talk about, and like, rate, review, subscribe to our Patreon. We actually have a half off deal right now for a $6 tier. If you comment about the code, I'll send it your way. I hate spamming people about it on social media. Hey, subscribe. You'll get great stuff. If not, I appreciate you for listening. You know the vibes. Shady gang. Shady gang. Shady gang.